All right, welcome back to Boring Land. Nick here.
Gabe.
And not that you care, but we got awesome shirts on once again. We are here to react. So, Boring Reviews, I believe Chris was with me. We reacted to Gangs of Wasseypur Part 1 already, and then we found out, so sorry, that it was a fan-made trailer. And I still thought it was pretty good, but it was a trailer mix-up of the two movies. It didn't really tell too much of the story. And so we got quite a few reminders, and you guys, as always, were gentle and loving.
Which was the one that I did? It was an American film, and I said it to him. I was like, hey, I can't believe this came out. He's like, bro, it was fan made. What was it? Do you remember?
All the time. Star Wars.
It's happened
new Marvel film. All these things.
Okay, it's been like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, what was it? There was one. It was a Netflix. Oh, it was The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender.
We were filming a reaction to it, and I'm like, this is Jackie Chan? This is a scene from a different movie.
Okay, let's be honest, though. These guys are getting so good at it
so
that,
good.
you know what I mean? Forget about it. Deep fake, man.
And the one we reacted to had a whole lot of views, so, I mean, 90,
I wasn't the only one fooled. But yeah, we actually got into recording it, and you're like, bro, that's Jackie Chan. That's from a different movie. I was like, oh, it did get me. That was hilarious. I forgot about that.
So, according to our comment right here, this fan of ours sent us an actual link that has subtitles. It's the actual official trailer one. If this ends up not being the trailer, I'm not doing it again. But we're going to react to this. We'll react to part 2 a few days later, and then we'll review and talk about the movies. We hear you loud and clear. I'm not sure if you know this, but I did a poll on our community about which 5 movies they want us to review the next, and this was by far like 60% of the votes. But everyone kept commenting that you're probably not going to get it because it's cultural. There's a lot of cultural things in it. You may not understand it because you're not from India. We're still going to watch it. We're still going to review it. We were told watch back to back and then review it as a whole. We're going to review each part one at a time as we get into it, so it's more genuine. This is how we're feeling. Now we're ready to go to the next one. But right now, let's react to the first trailer for Gangs of Wasseypur. I hear this is a movie that has a lot of language, so hopefully the trailer is clean. If not, then sorry. All right.
We'll have to brush that out.
Here we go. Here we go. Boy Reviews.
Bueller. We'll give it the emoji treatment.
Yeah, they love it. Reminds me of Wyatt right there, that train. Oh, they're gonna rob it.
उठरा सब उखाड़ दिए चाचा गाड़ी चलाओगे तो भीतर चले जाओगे
Remove the tracks. Wow.
हमारी जिंदगी का एक मकसद है बदला
Look at that guy.
Looks menacing.
He looks like he does not care.
सरदार खान नाम है हमारा बता दीजिएगा सबको
मुंह में तार डाल के गांव से निकाल किसी प्लाट पे पतंग उड़ाई तो हमारा नाम नहीं
जिया हो बिहार के लाला अरे जिया तू हजार साला ठीक है जिया है बिहार के लाला
पहचाने हमें दामादी विधायक है
अरे जिया तू हजार साला
हमारे बेटे दानिश को कुछ हो जाता ना इतना गोली मारते कि आपका ड्राइवर भी खाली खोखा बेच
Emoji face right there.
He said she'll die.
Another emoji face. I want to watch it already.
ये वासेपुर है यहाँ कबूतर भी एक पंख से उड़ता है और
That's
दूसरे
the
से अपना
guy.
इज्जत बचाता है
From
समझ गए
3. Yeah. Professor guy.
to it is violence.
मजा आ रहा है? सुन के बताओ मंत्री जी नाश्ता में क्या खाए हैं?
No.
जोरू का माँ
हैं? उस हरामी को हमें मिटाना है. गोली नहीं मारेंगे साले को.
धीरे धीरे उसका सब कुछ अपने आप में मर जाएगा.
Ow. What are you doing to me?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So, I mean, this is a great segue here. I'm not sure, and we're going to get real for a second. I'm not sure if you know about this, but this whole COPPA, I think that's what it's called, COPPA, this whole nonsense about this lawsuit that YouTube had with the FTC, where they had to pay $170 million because they were not following the law as far as collecting data on children's accounts and whatnot. There's a whole lot of craziness up in the air about how this affects YouTube creators like ourselves. And there's a lot of threats out there that if you don't do it correctly, you as a creator can be fined up to $42,000. This channel, just to be honest and transparent, we don't make barely $100 a month on ads, let alone $42,000. And that's for each video.
Yeah. No way.
So just to get real right now, there was some language in there. We've always talked about how we don't want to use that kind of language on the camera. I don't use that language anyways, right. But on the camera, because sometimes some of our students will stumble onto our videos and check it out. Right. We don't make these videos for children. Nope. We make these for adult lovers of movies like yourselves, right. Like us. We have never said that this was a children's channel. Right. We do the emojis and we do this or that just because I feel a responsibility right. to those children, those students of ours that may be watching it. But anyways, we are not sure yet here at Boring Reviews what the future is of Boring Reviews. Because until we get more information, the deadline is January 1st. We're not sure if we're going to be around after that point. Until then, we're going to keep making videos like this one right here. We're hoping that you'll still continue to subscribe and show love. If any of you are actually attorneys or whatever and give us some advice and give us some clarity on this, we're not sure. I just want to throw that out there because we are family friendly with our language and the things that we say, and we don't go too adult into this or that. I don't want that to be misconstrued as this is a children's channel. Right. It never has been.
Right.
Anyways.
We're not reviewing video games. We're not reviewing cartoons. We're reviewing films and some serious films. And, ultimately, because I'm a father, an educator, could you imagine if our principal or our students' parents saw us using any kind of vulgar language? There still needs to be that kind of, boundary and responsibility and accountability, So that's part of the reason that we carry ourselves the way we do, but it's not because we market children. That's just being clear. But, I think that it's funny because when I'm like using emoji face on that or whatever, like I'm an adult and I probably send my wife 10, 15 emoji faces a day or whatever. That's part of our language now. We communicate that way. You know what I mean?
And not just that, but we're both religious people. We're both very spiritual. We want to conduct ourselves in a certain way. Right. But what I want to, my point for saying all this is this law, these fines, all this fear-mongering or whatever is very serious right now, and I don't know too much about it. We're going to keep making videos, but there is a chance that Boring Reviews may not be able to survive after January 1st because I'm not going to lay a $40,000 fine on my family because I still want to make videos on YouTube. I'll just talk about movies with my friends like I used to. But as far as this trailer goes, that looked absolutely amazing as far as a film goes. Very violent, strong language, but you're talking about acting, you're talking about film, you're talking about true life and crime in some places. Right. I mean, that looks top notch.
I think, and I forgot, where I heard it before, but like, look, there's a ghetto everywhere, and there is hard people everywhere. I don't care if you're in Paris, France, if you're in Dubai, if you're in India, if you're, in Las Vegas, Nevada, wherever, you can go to, the most boring town, Boringville, USA.
Boring?
He's at boring land, and there's gonna be a ghetto there. That's just the reality about it. There's gonna be some scrupulous characters. That's just the bottom line. So I think that was pretty cool, like showing us their underworld, and it almost had like a hint of The Godfather. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see when they were shooting up in the car, and he was in the car? So I thought that was pretty cool, and you can always immediately tell who's the boss and who's the gangster. And without the subtitles, you can still tell who was the boss. And he's walking and he's menacing. You saw the look on his face. Of course, they're holding the umbrella over him. So that was pretty cool. I'm excited to watch it. I love old gangster films. One of my favorite movies of all time, The Godfather 1, Godfather 2. Even the title reminds me of another movie, Gangs of New York. I'm sure you've seen that.
That's what we mentioned on other trailer
Yeah,
reaction.
so this one is Gangs of Wasseypur. So I'm excited. Definitely, I'm glad that they said 60% they want us to watch it, because I'm excited to watch this.
Yeah, I honestly, full disclosure, I'm not a huge fan of Gangs of New York. I've seen it once. I thought there were some great performances, but other than that, Cameron Diaz kept taking me out of it, and I didn't feel like it was DiCaprio's best role. But anyways,
Daniel Day-Lewis, though,
yeah,
he
always brings it.
He was my favorite line in that whole movie, when he taps the fake eye with the knife, and he was like, "I'll cut out my other eye." You know what I mean? Like, this guy is just so. Oh man, he's amazing.
The other guy that's awesome, I can't remember his first name. His last name's Gleason, and he's actually the real life dad of the twerp in the last two Star Wars movies with the red hair.
Oh wow!
But he played Mad Eye Moody in the Harry Potter movies and whatever. He does I think Brendan Gleeson. He does an amazing job in that movie. He's like the head, red haired, big old tall, kind of like the muscle guy or whatever.
Yeah. I think his name was Nonk or Gonk, something like that.
Yeah, he was awesome in that movie. But anyways, this looks great. Can't wait to check this out. I'm hoping it's available somewhere on some platform. This is the real one, okay? So we're glad we got a chance to react to it. Obviously, we know you love it, but let us know your thoughts. For those of you who maybe don't love it, let us know, do you still really respect it? And let us know beforehand which one's better, part 1 or part 2. And until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe and show love and give us some information if you know about this whole copping nonsense. But
Adios.
Adios.